Breaking right now, Katie Hopkins has reacted in fury to Slippery Starmer, who has used VE Day to try and move away from all of the negative headlines by securing a trade deal with Donald Trump and the US. But the outspoken influencer posted on X, "Oh, do F off with your mincing little photo op, Keir Starmer. You couldn't fight your way out of a Primark bag in the rain. Ordinary Brits have never been so shackled. Keir Stazi, you need to pack your bags, son." And of course, there had been a lot of hope, including from me, that this trade deal might put pressure on Starmer on the key issue of free speech. However, Trump has just been asked about that by the Daily Wire in the Oval Office, specifically referencing JD Vance. Remember, he had that Oval Office confrontation with Starmer over free speech in the United Kingdom, which we know does no longer exist. But unfortunately, the confirmation that this is a trade deal only. Here's what went down.
Thank you. Mary Margaret Olahan with Daily Wire. I had a question about the UK deal today. I heard there was talk that part of the agreement would depend on whether the UK would respect free speech and freedom of religion. I know the VP is really interested in that, talked about that earlier this year. Was there any assurances that you guys got on that front?
You want to handle that?
Yeah, that was not part of the conversation. Our conversation was an economic conversation from start to finish, closed by the president yesterday. This was a business deal, open their markets, and also protect their workers, grow our markets, and help our workers.
This was about business religion. Business is sort of a semi-religion, but not nearly as important. I don't want to get myself into
So that's sad news. Donald Trump had posted on X, the agreement with the United Kingdom is a full and comprehensive one that will cement the relationship between the United States and the United Kingdom for many years to come. Because of our long-time history and allegiance together, it is a great honour to have the United Kingdom as our first announcement. Many other deals which are in serious stage of negotiation to follow. Jasmine Birtles, this is a moment for Keir Starmer nonetheless.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. I mean, for a start, Trump said that he's removing the 25% tariff on UK steel and aluminium. That's good news for what's left of our steel and aluminium manufacturing. And also that the lower car rate is going to be brought in as well. That a lot of cars are only going to have 10% tariff. Kemi Badenoch says that we've been shafted. I mean, compared to Europe, for example, I think we've got away with it lightly. I said it when it was originally announced, and I think with this, we have got away with it lightly. And if I were a European business, I mean, we'll wait and see what is announced about European countries. But if I were in the EU, I would be seriously considering potentially moving my business to the UK to make the most of those tariffs if I was doing a lot of business with America. I think it could potentially, I don't know, but it could potentially be really good for Britain.
Okay, let's have a look at that phone call. We've got it now between Trump and Starmer.
Thank you very much. It's an honor. We're going to have a continued, maybe a better relationship than ever before. I don't know if the media knows, but the U.S. and UK have been working for years to try and make a deal. And it never quite got there.
Yeah.
But it did with this prime minister. So I want to just congratulate you.
Well, with this president, this prime minister, we've managed to achieve what many people have tried to achieve for many years.
That's right.
And I'm really pleased, and it feels completely historic and on a special 80-year anniversary as well. So, Donald, thank you so much. It's really good to have got this deal over the line. Tribute to both teams, tribute to our countries, and tribute to your leadership.
Thank you.
Donna, is this really Starmer?
Sorry, you broke up. Is this
such a great victory for Starmer?
Oh, No, he's got lucky with this one, to be honest. I mean, Trump loves the UK. We know that. He's got his golf courses up in Scotland. He's called us a big and highly respected country. They wanted to do this deal with us because the Americans happen to like us. But the reality is that, I mean, although this is what Brexit was for, so that we could look out to the rest of the world and start to make these deals with places like America, with places like India also. The reality is that, after 40 odd years within the European Union, we don't really have the expertise in this country to actually thrash out deals of this type. And I think that, if we have come out of this lightly, it's because the Americans like us and for really no other reason, because they could have run rings around us. I mean, you've got the art of the deal guy running their country, and we've got Starmer. So enough said, I think, on that one.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, Jasmine, from a financial perspective, is this going to make any difference to what is a cratering low growth economy under Rachel from Accounts and Slippery Starmer?
Well, absolutely. I think they will try and put all sorts of blame, they have done already, onto tariffs. But, today we saw that the interest rates have been brought down. The Bank of England is clearly worried about recession. They're not so worried about inflation anymore. It's recession. There's a looming, very real chance of a recession. So they brought the interest rates down. Some of them wanted to bring it down by 0.5%. It's come down by 0.25%. But with the tax regime that we've got, and I'm a business person, I've spoken to other business people about this, increasingly it's pointless running a business. And I've also got readers, viewers who are getting in touch saying, I'm going to take early retirement, or I'm going to stop being freelance. I'm not going to work so hard because why bother? I have to pay so much tax. Literally, I've had a few people saying, I've had enough. I'm 50 something. I'm just going to retire. Even if it means that I'm on less money, at least I won't have to pay so much tax. And when you have that kind of thinking, and that's happening all across the country, you haven't a hope of a proper economy. And certainly, growth will be anemic at best, really.
But first, Father's Day is just around the corner, and let's be honest, Dad does not need another coffee mug or pair of socks. It's time to give him something he will actually use. Meet the Chairman Pro from Manscaped, the perfect Father's Day gift for the dad who deserves to look and feel his best. Now, this just isn't any razor. The Chairman Pro is a high-tech, dad-approved grooming upgrade. It's an electric face shaver that can tackle up to 5 days of growth and features 2 interchangeable blade heads. Whether he's cleaning up for golf, dinner, or just another accidental nap on the recliner, make sure he does it in style. The Chairman Pro is perfect for the dad who taught you how to shave and now needs a reminder of how it's really done. So have him join the over 12 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and use the code Outspoken for 15% off your entire order at manscaped.com. But let me tell you a little bit more about this brilliant product, because it has 2 interchangeable skin-safe blade heads. The skin-safe 4-blade foil is for that super close shave, and the skin-safe stubble trimmer is for that sophisticated 5 o'clock shadow look. Both are designed to help reduce razor burn and irritation so skin feels smooth and comfortable after every shave. Flex Adjust technology features a 360-degree contouring head and blades that flex and adjust to the contours of the face and neck, helping maintain great contact on skin at every angle. It's waterproof, so it can be used in the shower or rinsed under the sink after use, making cleanup a breeze. And since Dad is always telling you to charge your phone, now he can take his own advice thanks to the digital battery display. It showcases the battery level so he knows when it's time to recharge. And with up to 75 minutes of runtime on a single charge, Dad can take his time getting the perfect shave. By the way, Manscaped comes with a 2-year warranty on all powered devices, giving you peace of mind with every use. So get your dad a Father's Day gift he'll actually use and get the Chairman Pro today for 15% by using the code Outspoken when you check out at manscaped.com. That's 15% off your entire order with the code Outspoken at manscaped.com. But now, back to the show. How bad is it for Starmer? If we just go back to these live scenes from Vatican City at the moment, because we are expecting the new Pope to emerge on the balcony at some point while we are on air. He has been chosen. How bad is this for Starmer from a PR perspective, Donna, given that literally he had that tiny window of media attention and all the analysis now is not going to be on the trade deal, but is going to be about the identity of the new Pope?
Yeah, I mean, as I said earlier, he's just not got lucky. He doesn't seem to be a particularly lucky guy in general, to be honest. I mean, I sort of almost feel bad for him because, he just sort of bumbles around and makes all sorts of mistakes left, right, and centre, and then it just gets, goes from bad to worse. But yeah, he could have had something with this trade deal, a really nice piece of good news. As Jasmine has just said, the economy is tanking. The whole country is pretty demoralised. So it would have been nice for him, especially on VE Day, to be able to wave that British flag and, show that he's sort of had a win. And now that's just sort of been pulled from rug has been pulled from under his feet, really. So it's not great for him. But I mean, I think it's indicative of this whole Labour government that they just crash from calamity to calamity, don't they? So I think it's sort of in keeping with their leadership, frankly.
Yes, I was amazed, when they announced right at the start that they were going to remove the winter fuel payment from the retirees. It was just, to me, it was an entirely dumb PR move. They should have done some good things first. In particular, some moves that would show that they were on the side of British people, not just on the side of people coming into the country, because that is very much where they seem to keep positioning themselves, even though it's blatantly obvious that that's extremely unpopular. So first of all, they took money away from pensioners. And then they said, oh, we're going to give money to this net zero project in abroad somewhere. We're going to give 10 billion to various countries abroad to help them with their net zero projects. And you're thinking, what? Ed Miliband comes up, says, we're going to spend 22 billion on carbon capture. And this is after they've been boring on about the 22 billion pound hole that the Tories left them. And it's just so unintelligent, just your basic. I could have helped them with this. Your basic PR person, just ordinary journalist would go, don't do that first. Do this first. Show that you're on the side of the British people, and then later on hit them with some, silly spending, if you like. It's extraordinary the lack of thought that has gone through it, I think.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. So let's just have a look again at those scenes at the Sistine Chapel. Earlier, we did see a marching band dressed in deep blue clothes playing music, walking through the crowds at the Vatican. But walking alongside them, of course, is the Swiss Guards and that iconic blue and yellow striped uniform. Usually, once the decision is made within the conclave, it takes about an hour for the new Pope to emerge on that balcony overlooking St. Peter's Square. Right now, the new Pope has been led to a small room right next to the Sistine Chapel. That is where he will put on the white papal robes for the first time. And then a senior cardinal will soon confirm the decision, announcing in Latin, we have a pope, and introducing the new pontiff by his chosen papal name. Thank you so much for watching Dan Wootton Outspoken. Please click on my face just to the bottom left to subscribe to this brand new independent news source and turn on the notification bell so you'll be alerted to our brand new live shows, uncancelled interviews, and special royal episodes. Outspoken is also now available as a podcast, so you can listen to the show every weekday on the go, wherever you are.